If you're like me and have destroyed one of these remotes by it flying off the bed and hitting the floor a couple times, then you've probably purchased a new one, or maybe you're getting ready to purchase a new one. This one's fine. It works great. Virtually the same remote. One of them says Serta, one of them doesn't. The one that says Serta, it's being held together by a rubber band, and we're getting rid of it because it's cracked up and, ready to be thrown out. This one came to us ready to use except for a couple things, and I'm going to explain to you what those things are so that you can get yours up and running and working perfectly. And before the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to do this. But before we get to that, if you like this kind of content, tech reviews, DIY stuff, then please hit the subscribe button, the like button. It all helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. Also, I'm going to put a link to the remote and the battery in the description in case you want to find it and buy it for yourself. They are affiliate links. I do earn a little, something for the effort, and I appreciate it if you do use them. It won't cost you anymore, and I make a little commission for it. All right, back to the video and how to pair this remote. You need to put a battery in it, and it doesn't come with one. That is done right back there. There's a little screw right there. You can use any little tiny eyeglass screwdriver to get it out. The battery that goes in it is a 2032. That's the same battery that is in most all of your key fobs for your vehicles. It's very common. The remote itself needs to be paired, and the instructions are a little ambiguous. They tell you there's 3 steps. The first step is to power on the bed. Most of us who have these beds already have them powered on because they stay plugged in. And what it doesn't tell you is that you need to unplug that power and leave it unplugged for about a minute and then plug that power back in. So instead of telling you that, it just tells you to power it on, and it's already powered on in most cases, so most people will skip that step. Don't skip that step. Unplug it, leave it unplugged for about 30 seconds, plug it back in. The second step needs to happen within about 10 seconds of you plugging that in. So if you plug it in and don't do the second step very quickly, you'll need to do that first step again. The second step is to press the 2 top buttons, hold them down for 30 seconds. The instructions tell you to do this step. They just don't tell you to do it within a certain amount of time of plugging in the bed. They don't tell you to unplug the bed. So you'll need to do this. When you do this, there's a light on the bottom of the control box. That's a white light in most cases, and it's going to be flashing. And once it starts flashing, you'll see kind of a speed differential. It'll go from a fast flash to a slow flash for just a flash or two, and then it'll go back to what I call a fast flash. Once that happens, take your fingers off this and put them back on those 2 buttons and hold them down for another 30 seconds. And you can, at that point, take your fingers off and test it by just pressing the up button on the head or the foot, either one, and hold it down for another few seconds to see if the bed is paired. It should be at that point, and you should be good. If not, repeat the process. It didn't take me more than once to pair it once I had the battery in, that it doesn't tell you it doesn't come with. Other than that, this is a great replacement. It works wonderfully, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is a perfect replacement, and as long as you know how to pair it and know that you need to add a battery, you're going to be fine. Hope this helps you out.